Hi, Emily Gunkelman here with National Corporate Training. Going through principles of assessment, we're going to talk about valid. What does it mean to be valid? Here's very fast red Ferrari, just that easy little mnemonic here to help you remember valid, fair, reliable, flexible are the 4 principles of assessment. So when we're creating an assessment tool, we need to make sure it's valid. Does it reflect industry? Does it reflect the unit? What does that look like? Well, if you look at a short answer question, okay, when you're creating that short answer question, you're looking at, let's say, a particular performance criteria, and maybe it's asking something about, performs this task with safety and according to OHS standards and organizational regulations and that sort of thing, and that's performance criteria. And you're going, I want to create a question that reflects that. I need to make sure it's valid. So the question that you create is not a copy and paste of the performance criteria. It's a contextualization of the performance criteria to who your cohort is, who your target market is, who you're going to be assessing. For example, if I've got high school students here in Perth, Australia, versus 60-year-old male and female entrepreneurs in Sydney, the question's going to be different, okay, because it's a different context. So I want to make sure that I contextualize. And I'm asking the question according to the job that I believe they're going to be doing. So in the short answer question, you would state something that's specific to that job role. So let's just say it's prepare and serve a sandwich. So they would have things like, when you're getting ready to chop up some lettuce, what are the things you need to make sure, what are the normal routine that you go through before you make that happen? And they go, I wash my hands, I pull my hair back, I have my clothes and shoes on, blah, blah, blah. That specific answer is what you want to extract from them, because that answer reflects the actual job, which is cutting up lettuce and making sandwiches. And the unit, it reflects as well, because the performance criteria was asking about OHS. From a let's say a demonstration or an observation checklist standpoint, you might have something, let's go with beauty, okay? And let's say the performance criteria says something about preparing the client for the application of makeup or something. Now, preparing the client. So the observation checklist wouldn't say, prepare the client, and you tick it. That's and excuse me on this one, but I want to just say that's kind of a lazy man's way, all right? We're not copying and pasting the performance criteria into an observation checklist. You're contextualizing it. So let's say you're at like a kiosk, a makeup kiosk. Preparing the client in that situation might be, okay, a myriad of things, a list of things. So you might go, ask permission to, touch the face, has a wet, warm towelette ready, washes the, and then there might be one about confirms any skin irritations or skin disorders or anything that needs to be, we need to be aware of before we start. So there's that one. Then there's the, use this particular topical solution on the warm rag. And, then they, use the rag throughout the entire face, or maybe only half the face, all these things, I listed like 5 or 6 things there. Those 5, 6 items is what you list in your observation or demonstration, and they take off on the one performance criteria that says prepare your client for the service. Okay, so being valid when we're creating something is we want to create it in a way where what we're actually going to get from it is the unit of competency requirements and the job role requirements. Okay, so that's validity.